Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and I hope you guys are doing really well. In today's video, if you haven't guessed it by the title, I really wanted to share with you guys what I eat in a day on Slim & World. And this is not only for you guys, but it's actually for me as well. I don't know about anyone else, but at the beginning of lockdown, I was smashing it. I was going on my run, I re-downloaded Couch to 5K, and then by the middle of lockdown, I started binge eating and eating a tub of Ben & Jerry's fish food after a pizza takeaway, and then consuming a share bag of Maltesers. I admit, my hands up, I did that. I mean, lockdown and everything going on in the world has been hard on everyone. So everyone's been dealing with it in their own different ways. But it was I think it was last week when literally I moved back in with my parents, something went in my head and I was like, no, I need to start again. I don't want to put on what I've done so well to take off. So I started fresh again, and I started last Thursday, and it is Wednesday. No, it's Thursday. So it's been a week and I've actually lost 5 pounds. To lose 5 pounds in a week is not bad. I mean, I'll take that. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys what I've been eating in a day on Slim & World, and hopefully it inspires you guys maybe different meals to consider, or it might just push you guys just to join up Slim & World because you think, do you know what, I can eat that kind of food. Why don't I give it a go? Oh my God, I need to stop rambling. My intros are about 10 minutes long and I have to cut them into like 30 seconds. So yeah, without further ado, if you wanted to see what I eat in a day, then just keep on watching. Good morning everyone. So to start off my day, I normally do have fat-free yogurt with strawberries and a bit of sweetener, but I'm absolutely starving today. It is actually 11:20, so it's not really breakfast, it's more like brunch. So I decided I'm going to have poached egg on toast with some cheese on top as well. Please excuse my nails, they're absolutely hideous. So I can have one slice of this Hovis wholemeal medium, as it's 800 grams for the loaf. So I can only have one of these as part of my Hex B, and also as my Hex A, because I can technically have 80 grams of cheese a day of this one because it's lighter. But because I've already planned what I'm going to have for lunch and dinner, I know that I need some cheese for lunch and I might have a sprinkle of cheese for dinner. So what I'm going to do, I'm just only going to have 20 grams of cheese this morning with my eggs and toast. And 2 eggs are free. And also, weighing scales are your best friend. Honestly, don't try and judge how much each thing weighs, especially like cheese and things like that, and milk as well, because that's how you go over. Because you might think a handful is exactly what you need, but really it's too much over or too little. Just always weigh everything just to triple check. So then what I like to do, instead of using butter to butter the bread before I put the egg on, I just like to sprinkle a bit of cheese on top. So there you go, I've measured it, so it's 20 grams. So I'm just going to take about half of it, put it on the toast, so then it kind of melts once I put the eggs on. Actually, I might just put all of it on. So this is the finished, I keep saying finished look, it's not a bloody makeup tutorial. So this is my breakfast, so moment of truth. Let's cut the egg. Perfection, just how I like it. I forgot to mention, the reason why I don't use butter is because I like to keep all of my, well, I try to keep all of my sins for the evening for a kind of a snack dessert plate. So that's why I really try not to use unnecessary sins throughout the day. So whether it be butter, sauces, things like that, I'd just rather keep it to a minimum if I can, and then use up all my sins on chocolate in the evening, which you will soon find out later on in this video. So yeah, I'm gonna go and enjoy my breakfast. So it is lunchtime now. So what I'm gonna have is a jack potato with baked beans and also cheese on top. I love jack potatoes. I love carbs so much. I don't think I could ever give up potato, pasta, bread, and that's why I love Slim & World, is because you can literally eat as much pasta and potato as you want because it fills you up. Can you tell that I took my nail varnish off because it's really annoying me in this video. So I'll put that in the microwave for maybe about 5-6 minutes just to soften it up first, and then I like putting it in the oven just to crisp over. And then obviously put the baked beans on, and then I'm only going to do 20 grams of cheese because I had 20 grams this morning with my egg on toast. So then 20 grams for lunch, and then that means I can have 40 grams on top of my dinner. I also have for lunch, I've been loving recently, just find them, the Ryvita currant, excuse me for ruining it, the Ryvita currant seed and oat. I know I said earlier that I don't really like using unnecessary sins, so like sauces or butter or anything, but you have to have a bit of butter on this, otherwise it's just like eating cardboard pretty much. But I've been loving those. I normally have, I think you can have 4 actually as your healthy extra B, but I normally have 2 at lunch, so then I can have 1 high fibre. I do like to tend to split my healthy extra A and healthy B choices just so I've got more variety. So yeah, as I was saying, I'd have 2 of these with a bit of butter, and also I could just eat ham just on its own, and also these are my saviour, Baby Bell Lights. You can have, I think you can have 6 of these, but I would only have 3 because normally I'd have cheese in either dinner or breakfast sometimes. So I've also been loving these. So I've just taken the jacket potato out of the oven, and obviously it's absolutely baking. Baked potato. So I'm just gonna place that on here. It's very difficult doing this with one hand. I think I'm gonna have to invest into a tripod. Ouch, ouch. That'll do. So then, like I said in all of my other clips, I'm not going to put any butter on the potato. I'm just going to put, I've measured the cheese actually. So I'm just going to put half of it into the jacket potato. And our baked beans are ready. It's a very, oh, they stacked it. It's a very sad portion of jacket potatoes because I used the other half on last night's dinner, so it's very small. But it's okay for lunchtime. And then I also like to put a bit of Lee Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. It is also free, so just put a bit of that on it. So yeah, that is lunch. Jacket potato, beans, cheese, Worcestershire sauce, and yeah, and pretty much a pint of Diet Coke. I literally probably can go through 2 litres of Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, cherry, anything in a day. It's actually ridiculous, but yeah, that is my lunch. So it's 4:15, and what I like to do about mid-afternoon, I like to have the green tea. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. See what I've done there? But I absolutely love green tea. I prefer actually the normal builder's tea. I just love a bit of green tea, and because this cup is absolutely huge, I think it's actually meant to be for like a soup cup, I have 2 tea bags. Okay, so now at dinner time, and I am going to be making a creamy chicken pasta. So basically you have to chop up shallots, which are a speed food with garlic. Itself is free, but the reason we don't buy garlic in its normal form is because I hate it getting underneath my nails. So I have to triple check. I'll put it in the I'll put it on the screen now how many sins it is if it has any. Chicken free, asparagus is a speed, spinach is a speed, mushroom is a speed, pasta's free, and also I've got lighter soft cheese, which I'm going to add to make it a little bit creamier. This is when I go a bit mathematical. 25 gram serving is 2 sins. There's 250 grams in here, so 250 divided by 25, there's 10. I probably could have worked that in my head and not in a calculator, and then times that by 2 because there are 2 sins per serving. So the whole of this is 20 sins, and I'm only going to be using half of it, so it's 10 sins for half. But then because there's 3 of us eating tonight, I'll then divide 10 by 3, which is 3.5 sins each. So really for the whole meal is 3.5 sins. And then also you've got fry light. I swear by fry light. So yeah, I'm going to start by chopping shallots. So then what I've got in here is just the shallots, and I also put 1 teaspoon of that garlic paste. I actually wanted to use a chicken stock just because we're having chicken with the pasta, so I thought it would be better. So yeah, just 1 cube of chicken stock with 100 mils of water, and then I just pour that in with. One of my top tips actually with cooking asparagus, instead of just cutting the ends off, you just bend them, bend, and snap.
I think I dropped something on the floor that I need to pick up. So you bend and snap.
And then, yeah, and then it breaks off for where it needs to actually be broken off. Top tip. So now I'm going to pop the pasta in. Just sprayed some before I light in a pan. I'm just going to pop the asparagus in because I like to pop the asparagus on top. And a top tip, if you cut a lemon in half, which is what I do, and pour it over, well, squeeze it over, I just think it adds so much more flavour. Mushroom to the garlic and shallot and chicken stock mix. Just waiting pretty much for the mushrooms to be ready, so then I can put the half of the soft cheese in. So I've literally just put half of the light cream cheese, light soft cheese even. And then what I've done, I've just sieved off the pasta and I've just mixed that in with the other ingredients. So I just sprayed the saucepan with fry light, and I've just added the chicken. So I'm just going to wait about 10-12 minutes for that to cook. So now I've just mixed the spinach with all the other stuff, and I'm just going to add chicken salt. If you don't know anything about chicken salt, you need to get to know. I got this in Australia, but I think you can get on Amazon or something like that, but it's the best thing ever. Then I've just added 20 grams of cheese on top, and bon appetit. This is why I save all my sins for the evening. I just find it so much better. I'd rather just have a huge snack plate in the evening, like a massive dessert bowl. This is also why I plan in the morning when I wake up what I'm going to be having for the whole day, just so I can plan my sins if I'm going to have sins for lunch, or I save my sins for dinner time if we're going to order a takeaway or something like that. But on days where we don't have any special occasions, I just like to save my sins for the evening. So we've got hula hoops puffed, salt and vinegar flavour, which is 3.5 sins for the whole bag. I've got it's meant to be a tablespoon, but I don't have a big enough tablespoon. 1 heaped tablespoon is 2 sins, so I'm classing that as 2 sins. Got my Hi-Fi fruit and nut bar, which I can get from Iceland's now, which is amazing. So they are 3 sins. And then obviously strawberries with just sweetener on top. And then these are my best friend. They are I think they're Mercados, I can't remember, Mercado or something like that. They're just breadsticks dipped in chocolate, and they're amazing, and they're only 0.5 sins each. So technically, if I wanted to, I could have half the packet, which I can't because I wouldn't be able to control myself, but still. So yeah, in total dinner was 4 sins, so the rest is what we've got, all adding up to 15 sins for the day. Realised that I didn't actually say what that was. That is actually marshmallow fluff or something like that, marshmallow fluff in a jar, and I've recently discovered it this week and it's amazing. It's basically the formula of the marshmallow in fish food, Ben & Jerry's, and yeah, it's been my saviour recently. And for 2 sins for 1 tablespoon, absolutely any day of the week. Thank you very much. So that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching. What I'm going to do round here somewhere, I'm just going to put my first video I think I ever done. It was how I ended up losing 2.5 stone on Slimmer World. So if you haven't watched that already, please check it out. But yeah, I think that's it for me. If you guys have any tips and tricks on Slimmer World, or any different food ideas for me, as I'm such a big sweet tooth girl, let me know any low sin value treats for me to try. If you really enjoyed watching today's video, please give it a huge thumbs up, and also if you haven't already, please subscribe. It would honestly mean the absolute world to me. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you real soon. Bye.